Hey jerks, today I feel like absolute crap, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't, because that's what you do on YouTube videos. You pretend to be happy and lots of energy, because that's what people want to see. They don't want to be bored, they don't want to see you, whining and crying about how you have a headache and you're sleepy and your stomach feels a little weird too, so you might be getting sick, but it doesn't matter because this is YouTube and here we are. So today we're going to do a little thing on the Cumstain. I have this, oh there it is. I have that, that's called an alternator, and I'm going to put it in the car. First I'm going to clean it up. Before I do that, I have to clean up my garage because it's an absolute shithole. And it's getting out of control, so I need to do that. So what I think I'm going to do is get these cars out of the driveway, out of the garage, make some room, throw a bunch of crap away, and make that a workspace, because I need space. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is why I'm doing this. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I am almost 100% sure that that noise, that high-pitched noise, is coming from the alternator. When I give it a little gas, it does that. So we're going to try it, and if that doesn't work, maybe a belt. But I've never replaced an alternator before, and it might be fun to do. So I'm gonna jack up the car and we'll get started. All right, car's jacked up. Just gives me a lot of space to work underneath it if I need to. It also keeps me from leaning way over into it to get to the alternator, which is underneath this intercooler in pipe. So I'm actually gonna remove that just to get space to work on in there. And very clearly I need to unclog my drain plugs, because when you have this much water come out after jacking up the car, that's not good. Alright, pipes out. First thing you gotta do is on the opposite side of this hole right here, there's a tensioning bolt lock. This is the actual tensioning bolt right here, but you have to go in the back of this, at least on my alternator setup, and go around to the back, and there's a nut in there, way in there, that I have to loosen right here. Come on, fucker, loosen. It's not easy to get to. It is a 12, so 12, yep. The other thing you need to do is go all the way underneath, and there is a bolt that runs through. See at the bottom there? I don't know if that's in focus or not, but at the very bottom there's a, bottom left, if you're looking at from the front of the car, there's a bolt that runs through it, and I believe you have to loosen it from the back. I'm not really sure. This is the nut that you have to loosen, because this bolt goes all the way through, and that's what it pivots on. So we need to, that's a 14, I believe. It's a 14. Yeah, so I need to loosen that thing so that this will swing so that I can get this belt off. All right, I was able to get that loosened just to the point where I am now able to move this nut here. Or actually move the bolt, and you can see the other side spinning, which is, awesome. I'm not gonna remove that yet. This doesn't seem to want to move yet, and that's because I need to actually work this tensioner bolt right here. It's not gonna go anywhere because that's the job of the tensioner bolt. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to set it so it can't move back and forth. So I guess I'm gonna remove that now. That was a 12, so I'm gonna remove this. And then this should swing freely now. Well, it doesn't want to. I guess I need to, I need to loosen this lock bolt a lot more, because it doesn't like me. There we go. You know what I love about Florida? It's the heat, man. You know what I love about long wrenches? It's almost impossible to get them into places. Alright, there we go. That's loose now. I'm going to take the tensioner completely out. There we go. Okay, see? So this basically just keeps the, keeps the tension where it needs to be. Okay, now this should slide on its, there we go. Just like that. Ta-da! All right, so belt is gonna come right off. And I might as well inspect this belt while I have it out. So I'm just gonna put this back on there. Then all I have to do is remove that bottom bolt and this should come right out. So now this bolt nut can come off. Drop that, that's good. A little washer with it. And then this is going to be another two-hand job because once I pull this bolt out of here, this whole thing's coming out. Huh. Oh, now I can. Okay, here we go. Big long bolt. And then this whole thing. Oh, okay. Damn it. I knew I forgot something. There are two wires that are connected to the alternator, and you can see one is right here, and it's pretty easy to remove. I just have to find out where the clip is. This one is not so easy to remove. It's got a whole different kind of clip system that has to be removed, so let me do that from the top, I think. I think I got it. So if you go in here, there's a little clip all the way in there, and if you put a long screwdriver, you can push it. See how it pushes in there? Okay, and then this should pull out, but unfortunately I don't have 3 arms, so I'm gonna have to do that off camera because I can't pull and hold the camera at the same time. Give it a yank. There, it came right out, easy as peasy. See there? Comes right out of there. Okay, so now the other one's gonna be not as easy because it's not. I think I'm gonna pull the alternator out of there, and then disconnect the wire after I have it out. I think it's just gonna be easier for me to do that. So I'm gonna pull the pin. I'm going to wiggle this out of its cradle a little bit here. There we go. So it's coming, and it is out. Come on. There, it's out. And here is the wire that has to come out. So there's a little cap on it. Opens by pushing in this little tab, and there, it opens right up. So I need to remove this nut right here, which is a 10. And it's on there pretty good. Good, that just goes wherever. And then I also need to open up this little flappy thing right here, because otherwise I'll never get the piece out. Dang it, now I don't know how to get that off. Oh. Should just be like a little clip. There. Hopefully you saw some of that. And then this comes off like that, and then we can remove the entire alternator. Ta-da! So this is the old one, which is gross. This is the new one I kind of cleaned as best I could. The pulley has a little bit of rust on it, but I'm hoping that this is going to do the trick. So I'm going to wash up just a little bit, and then, because again, it wouldn't be a good Cumstain project if I didn't get Cumstain all over me. All right, I'm back. So I took the opportunity to kind of clean things up a little bit. Not that it's going to matter a whole lot, but hopefully it'll just make putting this back in a little bit easier. Got the new used alternator here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back in. Save that nut. That was smart of me. Whoops. Almost smashed my camera. That would have sucked. Hate buying new cameras because I smashed them. This spins around the other way so that this holder can go on. There. And then this can go on. There. Okay. So now We have to put this in the little holder. Oh fuck, that's not gonna work. It has to. It doesn't want to fit. Huh, well, that's gonna be a problem. This does not want to fit in there. That sucks. Well, nothing ever seems to go right on the first try. Why would this be any different? Okay, let's smash it. Smashing it should work. Here's what I'm thinking. This little, I don't know what it's called. I think it, but it goes through here. I feel like maybe it's not through there enough so that if I can make that go in there farther, then it'll fit. Which requires some smashing. Probably not. Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, pinching did work. You can see that went all the way through now. Apparently that's what you got to do. You got to send that little bushing through the metal there if you have any trouble getting back on. I figured something out. Good on me. Woo, thumbs up. All right, now, there's probably plenty of room. Yes, there is. See there? Sorry for the shitty angle. Sorry for the bad light. Sorry for my bad instruction. Okay, that's on. That's closed. It's not closed. Well, I sort of broke it, but I'll be sure it's working fine. All right, so get this bolt through. Ta-da! And then this nut goes back on there. With some intimidation, we're gonna get this back together. Okay, I should mention that you should not tighten that bottom swing bolt, pivot bolt, or whatever you want to call it, until you get this whole situation, because you don't want to tighten it to the point where you can't move it where it needs to go to get the belt on and all that good stuff. So let's put the belt on. Whoa. Dang it. I hate not having 3 arms. It really sucks. Okay, so doing this one-handed because I'm a boss. Okay, there. So now it's kind of in place. We're gonna put this bolt back in here, but it goes over this, and then the bolt part has to go in through the back into that hole. And if I can get it started, I'll be pretty happy. Then I'm going to tighten the bolt. Sorry, I'm going to tighten the belt. And once the belt is tight, I'm going to lock everything down up here, and then I'll go back down underneath and finish tightening the pivot bolt. Okay, I found that it was easiest to use a small ratchet to get in there because using a conventional wrench just really wasn't working out for me. Whoops, okay, that's where that goes. Anyway, don't forget to plug that back in. I believe this is important. Probably. There, pushed it right back in there. Okay. I forgot to mention when I was doing this that I had disconnected a lot of this wire harness thing that was in my way. Now that I can tighten up this pivot bolt, I forgot to put the washer back in there, so I had to take that back out. Let's get back to this mess. So here's what I did. I unplugged the temperature switch that runs the fans. That just goes right back in there. This never went to anything. This thing right here goes into the throttle position sensor, and this one right here goes into this, whatever that thing is. Don't know what that is. Ta-da! Okay, so car's back down on the ground. Checked all my connections, making sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and now I'm going to start up and see what I can see. Hopefully, I'm not going to hear any noises at all. And if I do hear noise, then it wasn't the alternator. Which just goes to show that I'm a goddamn genius, and I don't know anything about cars. So let's try it, see what happens. And what do we got? Well, it wasn't the alternator. I guess the good news is I have an alternator. that noise was coming from. Because it's really annoying. Okay. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Do all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you next time for... I think I'm going to remove the charcoal canister next. You know, whatever. I'll do stuff. See ya!